marriage is a lot deeper than you can imagine. And that is why you really need to be careful as a man, being the king with full power and authority over the family. Because at the end, you are going to pay. That is why you need to understand that the power and control you have over your family today will soon shift. Because the regime of ruling your family today is seasonal. And by the time the season shifts, you, being the king, you will fall down the pecking order. And your woman will be the commander-in-chief in the same family you are ruling today. That is why you really need to be very cautious. We all know that most of the men are perceived not to be a good husband. But it will be terrible for you if you are now a bad father. It means at the end of the day, when you want to collect, you will collect in double from your wife and from your children. Think deeper about this thing I'm telling you, my dear brother. And I want you to remember, as it is almost impossible for a man to forget catching his wife cheating, so it is almost impossible for women to forget when you start messing around, sleeping with different kind of lady around, cheating. Meanwhile, it is quite better for you to choose to marry another wife, although your wife will prefer you cheating than you getting married to second wife. But the problem is, it is a sad moment in her she will never forget. My dear brother, as you are growing old, now you will fall down the pecking order. Your wife will become the chief commander in the family you were ruling. And now, whatever decision she is making now will be affected by whatever you have done during your own reign. That is why you need to be careful now, my dear brother. I want you to note this carefully and make it fresh in your brain. Majority of the favor you do for women is forgettable, and sometimes they perceive it to be something normal. But women cannot forget the sad moment, and whenever they have their good chance, you will pay for it. Can you imagine your wife beating you when you are old and sick just because of what you are doing now? Think carefully. I know that is devastating, Abi. And also think, just imagine your wife deciding to divorce you at the age of 70 when you really need her the most. How terrible that is going to be. Think. Because of the power and authority you have today, you are beating your wife, slapping her, abusing her in all form. My dear brother, just know that there will always be a payback. Or probably you are clubbing and balling all over the place. Alaye everywhere. But the problem is, you are making your family to understand that you don't have much when you are doing babalaye out there. My dear brother, just know that there is consequence in everything. And it is not about the consequence, so be smart. You really need to remember vividly, you can never be strong forever. And I know, whatever the case may be, there will always be one last man standing. But the problem and the questions that might occur is, are you standing with your enemy or you are standing with your friend? Then, that is why you really need to have a rethink now and behave diligently with your family, because you are ruling them now. The time is coming. They will rule you. Yes, you. They will rule you. Think about it deeply. May God help you. Bye.